Good morning, Taiwan, and thank you for joining us. I am Louisa Lee, here to keep you informed and entertained. 欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新奇、最有趣的新闻。And the word mobility and independence can soon be added in their dictionary. A new invention by Turkish scientists is set to make some significant changes to the lives of those who depend on traditional wheelchairs to get around. 最近 Turkey 的科学家为下半身瘫痪的人发明一种机器，让他们能够站立，并且自由移动做家事。
Yusuf Aktakulu on his regular trip to the supermarket. Nothing remarkable in this, perhaps, until you realise that Yusuf is a paraplegic, walking without the assistance of carers. Yusuf is strapped into the tech robotic mobilisation device, a machine that has transformed his life. The standing wheelchair was devised by a team of Turkish scientists, led by Necati Hagikadiroğlu.
We've developed a device that enables paralysed people to move through narrow passages, sit on a chair like you and I do, use the washrooms that we use, wash their hands and do their own shopping. It provides them with the opportunity to live in places not designed for paralysed people.
Regular wheelchairs can only be front-mounted. Whenever a user has to get off a toilet or bed, they must lift their body with their arms and throw themselves onto their wheelchairs. It's difficult to complete without assistance and is sometimes dangerous. The tech offers few such difficulties. It can be summoned by remote control, and users strap themselves in before hoisting themselves into a standing position with relative ease. A joystick enables them to navigate. 27-year-old Yusuf was paralysed after falling from a horse 5 years ago. Selected to test the tech at home, he says he's rediscovered his independence.
Ayakta olmak çok güzel bir şey. Biz çünkü hayatımızı hep oturarak geçiriyoruz. İşte birinin yardımıyla uzun yürüme cihazlarıyla ayağa kalkıyoruz. Günde bir defa, belki de 2 defa. O da biri olursa yani. Olmadığı zaman kalkmıyoruz. Ama bu cihazla istediğin zaman ayağa kalkabiliyorsun. Kimseye ihtiyacın yok. Rahat bir şekilde istediğin saat kalk. Ayağa kalktığın zaman da sadece ayak...
The tech was devised by Istanbul-based research and development company AMS Mechatronic. It's rechargeable and must be charged every 3 days. The product has undergone clinical trials and is being praised by doctors. They say it can help prevent unwanted health problems faced by most paralysed people, such as pressure sores, diabetes and heart disease through poor circulation. Commercial sales are some way off, but Yusuf says he hopes to be reading about the tech in the not-too-distant future.
And in other news, the numbers are rising despite of the growing awareness to put an end to shark finning, with Hong Kong at the center of this trade. While anti-shark finning laws are enforced in many countries to prevent the alarming decline of the shark population in the waters, many are still having a hard time giving up the controversial shark fin soup, which are highly demanded in Asia among the rich. 世界上很多国家都开始禁止为了鱼刺捕鲨鱼，但是在香港吃鱼刺的人还是很多。保育团体也继续呼吁不要再猎鲨鱼了。
Shark fin soup, immensely popular and a status symbol, but it comes at a brutal cost. Sharks are definned, often alive, and then dumped back into the ocean, and the fish's populations are rapidly dwindling.
This is absolutely shocking.
Marine activist Gary Stokes of Sea Shepherd in Hong Kong makes a gruesome discovery on a public street.
I'm absolutely dumbfounded. I don't really know what to make of this. It's just absolutely horrific.
Stokes estimates that around 21,000 sharks were killed for these fins. The Chinese city is the new leader in the trade, with a reported annual growth of about 5%. And the World Wildlife Fund's Yolanda Kakabadze says despite international regulations and protections, a voluntary ban is the best way to stop finning.
Because the policy at the government level will only create an illegal market unless there is a society that says no more. And that is what we need to create, a society that is aware, educated and responsible to the rest of the planet as much as the regulation that is needed to control several markets.
Some Hong Kong residents are already on board.
In my opinion, that should be banned because the way they get the fins is not really humanized. Yeah, so I think we should not eat that.
I like it very much. Of course, it's very healthy as well, but Actually, there is many substitutes as well, and the taste can be replaced by some fake shark soup, I think.
And attitudes like that may go a long way in saving some of the 73 million sharks killed per year.
And two brothers from Beijing are making ends meet with a handful of fresh produce and some talents. Now here on CTS, let's find out why they are spending big at the local markets to follow their dreams as musicians. 北京出现一对很特别的音乐表演家，他们的乐器居然是蔬菜，来听听看他们的音乐好不好听吧。Close to a farm in China's central Anhui province has its upside, giving 43-year-old Nan Weidong and 41-year-old Nan Weiping direct access to a variety of vegetables. Although their music teacher father encouraged them to learn conventional instruments from a young age, the two decided to get creative with carrots, sweet potatoes, and more. After joining a local theatrical troupe, the duo came up with the idea of playing music with fresh produce 2 years ago, and they have fallen in love with it ever since. Their daily routines involve shaving and drilling holes in carrots, marrows, lotus roots, and Chinese yams to create the perfect pitch for their music, which is tested with an electronic tuner. Big brother Nan Weidong shares the secret of picking the right vegetable, adding that besides selecting the precise size and shape of it, they must all be fresh.
那你要是水分一蒸干了，它那个音呢本来是一个基调吧，就这个意思，本来是基调，然后水分一蒸干呢，它就高了，它就往上高了，就变成 A 调了，它就这个意思。所以说，还是尽量选择呢水分多一点。 然后呢，材质呢一定要结实，要硬，不能要那个就是几天了放很多天了那样不行，软的不行。
The brothers also emphasize that different vegetables have different scales, therefore they are suited for different songs. And in their small Beijing apartment, every vegetable has its purpose. The sweet potato becomes an ocarina, a bamboo shoot becomes a flute, while the yam is used as a whistle. Younger brother Nan Weiping explains how he is able to play a tune using a set of panpipes made of carrots and leeks.
孔呢，孔深的话音就低，然后孔浅的话呢音就高，然后它的还有一个什么呢？就是这个孔的这个大小，它的这个孔的大小，它保证这个音的这个音质的这个纯度，就这样。然后这个大葱呢，大葱咱是一个装饰品，萝卜大葱，它是根据这个我的原理就是根据咱们中国的这个派侨。
Nan Weiping also says that controlling the pitch is not an easy task because the change of weather, including the air temperature and humidity, can put the notes out of tune. The Nan brothers have appeared on talent shows in China and have made about 30,000 to 50,000 yuan for a performance in which they amuse the audience with a diverse mix of songs, ranging from traditional Chinese music to modern pop to Western folk songs. It may sound lucrative, but it doesn't come very often. Not to mention that the brothers will have to make new instruments each time. But undaunted, the Nan brothers say that the show will go on, and they are looking to create more vegetable instruments so they can expand their playlist. And that's it for today's edition. I am Louisa Lee, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Meanwhile, stay with CTS for the latest weather update and for more top stories.